Hey everyone, welcome back to the IWP Network, or if it's your first time, welcome hanging out with us. Thank you so much for choosing this podcast, and feedback is always welcome. So make sure to check the links below for all social media links, audio and video versions of this show, and merch. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing that feedback, and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're back. Bangin Beers podcast. Before we get started, just want to get our sponsorship in and out. So we want to thank Abaddon Tattoo Studio, a unique professional experience nestled in the small town of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. They provide high-quality tattoos and piercings in a relaxed, professional, and sterile environment. The links for all that stuff is below if you want to get a tattoo. The dog crying? We got a puppy crying? I lost my train of thought there.
My husky be like doing the same. Like,
Yeah.
let me on. Give me a headset.
Yes. So we are doing a giveaway right now for a $100 gift card. Just head over to the Interviews with Everyday People, our other partnership podcast. If you share, all you have to do is share the last interview we did with Jen Myers, and that puts you in the entry. We're going to pick it next Saturday, and you get a chance for $100 off your next tattoo. So we are joined today by the Fueled by Hops podcast team. What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
What
up?
It's good.
Actually, I'm going to try something real quick. Hope this doesn't mess everything up. Give me 1 second.
Couldn't be worse than Ryan's dog. No, bring the dog on. Come on.
This is our third co-host over here.
That made it way worse.
We're now in a cave.
Yeah. All right. Maybe hopefully that fixed it.
Are you still getting the reverb on me?
Not as much, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not nearly as bad now.
Yeah. Sometimes with this new board, when it goes to the computer, I have to change the audio source, or it gives like a weird echo.
Yeah.
I heard it in the intro when it was doing the hey, welcome to the pod. It was like reverbing. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I learned it's a little trick I learned with the new board. We're working the kinks out here. Yeah. So we have some beers here by. We got a beer lineup sent to us by our buddy Justin Geist. So we got the RAR series, the Out of Order. We're gonna do this is gonna be a breakfast cereal lineup for us. We got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some Twix, some Captain Crunch, Apple Jacks, fruit. What are they called again? Fruit Loops. I don't eat Fruit Loops.
Lucky Charms.
I had Fruit Loops one time and I threw up at the beach. I never ate them ever again. It wasn't the Fruit Loops. It was the mouthful of salt water that got me. And then
Just blame the Fruit Loops.
yeah, I guess the Fruit Loops wasn't awesome coming back. So me and Fruit Loops never got along. But thank you, Justin, for the beer and giving us a donation to the podcast. That was super cool of you. But we're gonna drink some beers, a little different for us. So we're used to just drinking the beers and just going for it. Our first collaboration over the computer, and obviously we want to learn about you guys. So we're gonna crack our first one here. What are you guys drinking?
Ryan, go ahead. You tell them what you're drinking first. Ladies first.
Come on, man. No, so I'm protesting the Super Bowl this year, and I'm still gonna watch it. I was rooting for the Buffalo Bills, so today I'm drinking nothing but Buffalo beer. So I'm starting off with the Pils Mafia from Thin Man. Nice little Pilsner.
And I am drinking Tired Hands Ripped Apart by Metal Explosions. It's a double dry hopped IPA Rawaka. That's the hops of the moment right now. That's my favorite hop right now. So it's quite tasty.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, we just did the I always say art is anal. I'm sorry, Brew. I'm sorry, Arsenal, but artisanal. But I want a T-shirt. I see the Sean Connery Jeopardy skit every time I read their brewery.
Artisanal for 400.
I'll take the artisanal for 400.
That is artisanal.
That's artisanal.
Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah. So while we sip on this first one, give us a little
That's
background.
what your
How
mother
did
said
you
last
guys? How did you guys start the podcast? You guys both had your own things going on, and then met each other. From what I've been binge listening to your podcast and learning about you guys.
Yeah, we started. I think we started our podcast right about the same time,
Mhm.
and we're both from the same area, and kind of had sort of a similar. Like we were both interviewing breweries and stuff, and when the pandemic hit, it just kind of threw a wrench through everything.
Yeah.
And
Not to mention, I got laid off from my job of 15 years.
Horrible.
Bummer. Yeah, no, but we were kind of like Ryan said, we were on each other's radar. I
Scott,
wanted to
take your gain down just a hair. Sorry.
That's
okay.
Is that a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we were sort of running in the same circles. I wanted to get him on my podcast. He wanted to come on, or I wanted to get on his. And yeah, like the pandemic hit, and it's just been been awesome ever since.
We just agreed to. We were like, hey, why have two podcasts? Let's just come together and have one, and it worked out. So we joined forces.
Yeah. That's a cool thing because starting this podcast world, and I do 5 different shows. I'm an idiot. But you when you try to crossbreed with other podcasts, sometimes not every time people are as receptive. So it's kind of cool that you guys found like-mindedness and worked together and collaborated and stuff. So that's really, really cool. Real quick, I just want to say live chat is open. So thank you guys. If you are watching, just hit the share button. Let us know. It helps both of us grow. Obviously, you can go follow Fueled by Hops. All their stuff is below linked. Their community page is awesome on Facebook. They have a great community. Go check them out. They have their website, Instagram, Twitter. It's all on there. And right now we have the Beer Jesus on Twitch hanging out with us.
Nice.
So thank you for hanging out on Twitch. We don't get many people on Twitch, so that's pretty cool. He's over there.
Praise be.
Yeah.
If anybody has any questions,
the day of our
dog,
Lord.
Yeah. If you have any questions,
What kind of dog is your dog?
She's a Jack Russell, but I'm not giving her any attention right now. So yeah, she's crying in the background. So if anybody hears that, I apologize. It's
part of it, man.
You'll join the show shortly.
Yeah, our dog runs around here over there too.
Or like, there's a game I've been playing, and like I'll be in our Discord, and like Tyrion and our little dog and our husky will be going at it in the background. And everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?"
It's like a Michael Vick house over there. And you guys are from the Pittsburgh area, correct?
Yeah. Pittsburgh, born and raised. He's from the South, though.
The Yinzers gave it away. The Yinzers.
That's the trademark, man.
I grew up listening to DVE, which is the flagship of the Steelers, and they have the thick Yinzer accents.
Now you came from the radio side of things. You're also you're growing up same thing here, a huge Howard fan, correct?
Oh yeah. You see the poster behind me?
Oh yeah.
I did say now.
It's his first radio or TV guide magazine cover. Got it blown up real big. Yeah.
I don't know how good this is for parenting for my dad, but I remember driving to school every day listening to the Howard Stern show.
Nice.
That was a good dad. I was born and raised on Howard Stern, and then listening to Howard, and then listening to then Rogan got popular in the podcasting, and Kevin Smith I was a big fan of. I'm like, I want to do that. So here we are.
And that's kind of how I got into radio, man. Like I said, I grew up listening to DVE and the TV without the picture. They used to put out these CDs. We'd buy the CDs every year. As well as listen to the show every day. And I don't know that was the driving force for me to get into radio, but I kind of fell into it, but it kind of all made sense once I finally got there. So,
Yeah. Cool.
Absolutely. It's a fun job. I mean, now we're sitting around drinking beer, talking about it. I mean, what could be better?
Yeah. Same thing. We started this and it was like, we just sat at the kitchen table drinking, and then we get our first brewery call us like, "Do you want to come do an episode here?" We're like, "What? Like, are you serious? Like, this is crazy." We'll be there. What time? Yeah. So. All right, so guys, let's real quick. Let's check this one in. So we're drinking the Toasto Crunch.
Toucho Crunch. Sorry, I'm
out of it today. 7.4 ABV. We're not going to read all the stuff up because we have guests and stuff on. But what would you guys score this one?
I started out, and there's a chance I may up this later, but I'm giving this a 3.
A 3?
That's where I'm at. I'm not getting. It's not very cinnamony at all.
No, it's really not.
I probably went overboard on a 3.25. it's a spicy cinnamon. It's
See,
not the
that's-
sweet
Yeah,
cinnamon like the
that
toast
was
crunch.
my first.
Yeah,
My
it's very
first
muted.
sip. It was. I thought it was all cinnamon and lactose.
Yeah.
And now as I continue to get into the glass, I don't get the cinnamon as much, and I can get some vanilla. It's malty now, where
Yeah.
it wasn't in the beginning.
Yep.
If this sat out
That's like a
for
red ale.
if this sat out for 20 minutes, I would be willing to bet I'd probably rate it higher. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who I had a cinnamon toast crunch beer from before. It was a smaller can. The whole can was all red and stuff. But I think that was closer to the cinnamon toast crunch taste before
No.
that I've had. But it's not bad. It's a 3 for
It's not
me.
terrible.
Um,
No,
that actually kind of reminds me. Yeah.
yeah, out of 5.
Yeah. Out of
we,
5.
we use Untapped a lot for the
Solid
show.
5 out of 7.
Gotcha.
Are you guys on
Nice.
Untapped?
Yeah, I don't use it very much. to
Yeah,
be
me
honest
either.
with you,
I'm
but-
on there. I just don't use it.
Yeah, we use
I've been
it.
getting lazy with it.
Yeah, I just use it for the show. I never check in personal beers. I just check in the show beers. I get really lazy with it. Bob on our show here. He's the king of the Yingling Lager. He
Nice.
checks in every single time he has one. What are you up to now, Bob?
I'm in the 560s somewhere.
Yeah,
Wow. There is an account.
What
Yeah, he
badge?
wants to be
What badge do you get for that?
yeah.
Yeah, but there is an account that's like Coors Light Untapped or something. I can't remember the name of it, but literally it's one guy who checks in every Coors Light that he drinks. That's the only beer he's ever checked in. It's like 25,000 check-ins.
I
Crazy.
love it.
funny.
Wow.
Coors Light, 25,000. You can do that in about a month and still not have a hangover.
Yeah, you'll have a hangover.
Oh, you'll have quite the hangover.
Yeah,
This actually kind of reminds me of a Sam Adams Winter Ale.
a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
It's all right.
So, what time did you guys start the podcast? Like, date range?
Man, when did we start? Like, I started last July 19, right? Yeah. And then we came together, I think it was like August or September of this year or last
Yeah.
year. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
in the,
yeah, we're in 2021 now, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I'm still confused. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like
we've been
September.
doing it for what, about 6 months now.
Oh,
Been recording
something
these
in that
things.
range.
You had some really good guests on. I there's a lot of people who obviously I like just like the Howard Stern or anything. I like when I don't know the guest and then you listen to the show and you really get that personality of who the people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I remember just listening to like I want to keep referring Howard here because I think the connection's there. But the like Miley Cyrus was on. I was like, I don't care about Miley Cyrus. Like,
Yeah, right.
she's all in news that you don't like Miley Cyrus. She's just this entitled brat. She's this, she's that. And then you
Right.
listen to her on Howard Stern and she does an interview and you're like, I would hang out with Miley Cyrus. She's cool as
Yeah.
hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where a podcast in our realm where we talk to breweries and the people who make the beer and podcasts
Mhm.
of the beer, it's like, oh, I can really get behind them more because it's not just them talking about their beer. It's getting to know them as people and open them up a little more. And it's a lot of fun. And I think so far, every episode I've heard with you guys, you did a fantastic job doing that.
Well, I thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
we you know,
Scott's the brains behind everything. I mean, I just got to give all the credit back to him.
I'm really not. No, I mean, you know, I try to come in with a clean slate every interview, you know, like I don't try and do too much digging or research or anything like that. You know, that's Ryan. Ryan, you're more of a research guy than I am.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't do too much research. I mean, this one I've done the research by listening to your show.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
besides that, I just like the natural conversation side of things. We're just kind of it
Yeah, it
flows
just happens. Just unfolds.
What
was
is
all
that?
Foam. That was all foam.
That's a foam beer right there.
That's a
no,
foamy one.
No, that's the beer.
That's
Oh
the
yeah, these
beer.
are these drinks like
Are they supposed
milkshakes.
to look like this?
Yes, I do remember now when he chugged one on our community page one time, and it looked like milk he was drinking.
It looks like cucumber water.
Yeah, I mean, it like fucking cucumber milk.
It looks
Or
like
Wegmans had like a mint milk. It kind of looks like that.
with a Star Wars milk.
Oh, the freaking bantha milk. If one of these is blue.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. That scares the shit out of me.
Oh.
Which one are you on now?
So this is the is this the Tricks?
Tricks. Yeah, the
Yeah,
tricks.
this is the Tricks rabbit one.
It looks like if you took all the marshmallows out of Tricks.
There is no marshmallows
There's
in
not.
Tricks.
I'm thinking, what one am I?
Maybe Lucky Charms?
Lucky Charms.
Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms.
I'm very frightened of this right now. I am quite scared.
Yeah, the look does not look appealing at all.
It's like I just puked like in my cup.
So the tricks and the Fruit Loops are not my favorite cereals. So these are the ones I'm not looking forward to the most.
Man, you didn't like
Hey,
Fruit
that's
Loops?
not bad.
Ugh.
Really?
Like a
Not
beer
bad.
shouldn't look like this.
Yeah,
Not bad.
This is the tricks one. So keep
Which
it away from them.
cereal from your childhood sticks out in your memory? And I have a specific answer to this question because I had
My-
a traumatic
Sticks out in my
experience.
memory because it's still fresh in my memory. I still eat it. Captain Crunch, either Crunch Berries or
Me
peanut
too.
butter.
Oh, the peanut butter Captain Crunch is my
Oh my
favorite.
God.
Tell your
Yeah.
tell your Captain Crunch story.
My brother?
I have
yeah.
a Captain Crunch story too.
My brother is 9 years older than me, and growing up, he was an asshole. He's a little bit less of an asshole now,
He still
Yeah.
is.
but he was your typical prick older brother. My mom come home from the supermarket and she bought a box of Captain Crunch Berry cereal. He
I can't do this.
He sat
No?
on the front
fucking
porch
disgusting.
eating all of the Crunch Berries out of the box.
I kind of like it.
I come home from playing and he's sitting there eating them, and he goes, "Here's your cereal." And I looked inside and all the Crunch Berries were gone. So obviously I'm like 8 years old. I go running in the house crying, and yeah. Then he proceeded to throw the rest of the cereal out into the street for the birds to eat.
Oh man.
Nice.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What a great brother.
So you're not a fan of this one?
I think it's fucking gross.
I like it.
It's like thick
It's thick,
and it's greenish.
sweet, sour, sweet tart.
Sour fruity eggnog.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a hell
It's
of a
like
combination right
it
there.
tastes like I had a bowl of Trix and then I ate all the Trix and left the Trix milk sit there and then put it on the radiator for like a week.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's the first beer. But you were saying something.
Where did these come from?
the Captain
this,
Crunch.
I think from Maryland. Now
Yeah.
these aren't the freshest. I think that they're still fine, but he told us when he sent them out, he goes try to get them drink them a little quicker because it is getting to that point.
Yeah, these are still in season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a series for them, the Out of Order, where they do the Slush Puppy, which I'm a fan of. They did a horror movie one, which was really, really exciting, and I think they're doing one now based on the Friday movies. Is their next series that they're doing, which look awesome as well.
Yeah, I love their can art. How they take that little guy and the little
The
dog
dog.
there. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just keep dressing him up in different outfits and stuff. I think that's amazing.
I was obsessed with Slush Puppy as a kid. I don't know. Every time I seen the Slush Puppy, I was like, I gotta have one. Like,
Yeah.
So when I seen them in the beers, I'm like, that's
Which out of
they're
order?
cool.
It's a concession stand favorite.
Yep.
Yes, not for kids. It's
Not
on the
for-
side,
Okay.
like right here on the side. It says not for
Alright.
kids. So whatever he's saying in the caption is the name of the beer.
Gotcha.
So what do you guys think of your beers over there? What like that you're tapping into?
Tired hands.
Mm.
I
Ooh,
mean, it's awesome.
we have
Tired Hands is fantastic. I haven't had anything from them in a while. It's been a while.
we
We were
were
so close, but
yeah we were invited to do a thing with Tired Hands, but with
Nice.
with COVID we kind of holding off. We have a bunch of breweries that want us to come up and do stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm personally holding off because like they still say like, hey, we can come up and do it, but it's for me anyway. It's I don't want negative backlash from fans or
Sure.
from fans of ours or fans of them like, oh, you're going here during a pandemic and recording, so I'm kind of just holding
Mhm.
off on location stuff for a while.
Mhm.
I this one local business, we're going to be on a location next week, the following week. We're taking next week
Yeah.
off and then the following week. They really like they're doing like everything above and beyond for us to be there, and I broke down and we're going to go do on location at a place locally,
Nice.
not a brewery, just like a beer, like a bar type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
we've only
wanted
done
to-
one on
we
location.
did one on location throughout this whole mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was like the day before indoor dining got shut down. Like it was
Yeah.
like the very next day they shut everything down.
And it
Yeah,
was during
well-
the week too. There was nobody there anyhow, so
Oh.
it was it was
Yeah, we were at a massive
low-key,
table. We were 6
yeah.
feet apart. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, well, it's crazy the way we kind of hooked up. I think I put a post out because we got East Brothers. I always
Yeah.
say East Bros. I think in
East
the
Bros.
Super Mario, the East Brothers. That we put their post out, and then I think you guys start following us, and then I kind of start going that route, and then you guys invited me to the community page, and I was like, oh, this is cool what they got going on here.
Yeah.
But that was the first one we did via like Skype like this, and I was like, well, this is a whole because I switched
Mhm.
over to this new platform, StreamYard, and for me, it's again a game changer. I'm like, oh, I can have people on doing it this way and have the same experience, but not be there. So it's a different direction we're trying, and so far so good. We just had Warhorse on up in the New York area. They were really that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Oh, I love their stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, some great beers.
You got to get them on the show, and they just started shipping to Pennsylvania.
Nice, gotta hit them up.
And that's
Yeah.
the beauty of COVID. That's the only good thing that came out
Yeah,
of COVID.
right.
Everybody had to
Yes.
pivot and start producing more cans and shipping them to
Yep.
other states.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in a weird deadlock in our area when it comes to cans because cans are huge for us because we're kind of in a spot where brewery wise we're not really near anything, and everything's a nice drive away. And then if you go there, you can't sit and drink. But now if we could take a 6-pack home, that makes it worth the trip. So we can go hit up like 4 or 5 different places. Like for us, the big drive would be like Mechanicsburg and the Harrisburg area. Yeah, and then we go get a bunch of 4-packs or 6 like
Lehigh Valley.
the Lehigh Valley area.
Yep.
We can go do like Mellow Mink and then Evergreen, and then you can go to Tattered Flag, and they're all in the same.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Yeah, Pizza Boy and stuff, and it's there. You can make a trip out of it.
Is the church
Yeah.
is the church open now, or are they shut down for COVID?
Church Brewworks?
The church brewworks. Yeah.
That's a
I
good
don't know if
question.
they're open or
I don't
not. I
know.
think they're still open. Yeah, I think they are because they opened up indoor dining here in Allegheny County again.
Okay.
50% capacity. I think. Yeah. And did you see this news, Ryan? Pittsburgh Brewing Company is coming back online in Pittsburgh.
I saw that coming to Verona, I think.
So Iron City, the company that makes Iron City and all of those brands, is it's 150 years old. They're coming back to Pittsburgh.
You see,
Nice.
Yingling made the icy mango rival now with the Raging
Nice.
Eagle.
Raging Eagle.
No comment.
Yeah, Andrew's a Raging Eagle about it. He's not a fan.
Or you guys are pretty close to Pottsville, right? I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're like
a stone throw.
Yingling is literally like 5 minutes down the road.
Oh,
Like
I love that
have you
brewery.
how many times have you taken the tour?
It was funny. I've never actually taken.
I've
the
never
tour.
taken the
Oh,
tour.
the tour's
either.
amazing. You have to do it.
Probably been about 25 years for me.
It's just one of those things like you take it for granted because it's there, and
Mhm.
like you think you should have done it. But like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been there like to the gift shop and the tap room and all that stuff a bunch of times, but I've never actually just sat down and taken the tour.
We're gonna do it soon.
I'm
in the same boat. I have, I've probably been to the gift shop 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but I've never been on. Tour.
Yeah.
They should
Yeah,
give
like
you
my
the tour
mom's
for
house is
free
like
for how many check-ins.
2 minutes from the brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of our holy grail. We'd love to do an episode with Yingling. Just to be clear with the mango, not a huge fan of it, but it's definitely it's just not my go-to when it comes to Yingling. Like their entire lineup is fantastic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just the mango.
I didn't think the mango was bad, but I think sticking to strictly pounders for the initial release.
No,
that
might
was
be a
my
little
problem.
too much.
24 ounce.
Yeah, it's 24 ounces.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing.
Super
It's like
pounder.
it's only available in 24-ounce cans and on draft.
Yeah.
Like,
If I had a 12-ounce bottle or a smaller can of it, I would. It's not a bad drink. But if you drink a 24 ouncer, by the time you get halfway through, you're like, I'm mangoed out.
Yeah, like I
You
couldn't
need
like
2 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a shareable.
Yeah, right there it is.
Like an appetizer, it's a shareable.
It's crazy how big Yingling is in Pittsburgh. Like we went to Pittsburgh a couple
Massive.
of years ago, and it's
Yeah.
every bar you go to is just
Mhm.
filled with Yingling signs. I was like, this is kind of cool.
Schuylkill County is well represented in the city of Pittsburgh.
It is.
Mrs. T's
yeah.
Pierogies is huge out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Yingling is big out
Yeah, well, that's a big thing for us too. We're right by Yingling, and then Mrs. T's Pierogies.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's
Mrs.
in
T's
that
Pierogies were
area?
made out there.
Yeah,
Probably
Yeah.
about close to the same distance if we just go north.
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit
Nice.
shorter.
We're-
maybe.
yeah,
we're right in between both of them. Yeah.
Well, you
Yep.
guys are in Frackville. Is there, in fact, fracking in Frackville?
No.
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 It's north of us. It's up in the northern tier.
Yeah.
Near I want to say near the New York border, but a little bit south of that. And probably a good thing because from what I've heard, the fracking did not go well for the people who let them use their land.
Right.
Andrew is not liking the consistency of these beers.
It's cereal milk.
I get the gimmick. I like it.
It's cereal milk.
So that we just opened the Captain Crunch one now.
It looks like when
Nice.
you pour fucking Baileys into like a whiskey shot and it starts
Yeah.
to curdle.
So that makes her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got to tell you my Captain Crunch story.
Yes, please do.
So I also have an older
All
brother.
right, so
who's
these
an
cans
asshole.
definitely got to get rolled or something because that's a lot less.
Yeah. Let it. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Scott.
I also have an older brother who's an asshole, but a little bit less of an asshole now. He doesn't have anything to do with this story. I was, I think, 7 years old, and it was run a mile, a timed mile for gym class on the blacktop behind the elementary school, and I had 2 bowls of Captain Crunch berries that morning, and then I tried to run a 5-minute mile, and about minute 4, I blew chunks. Crunch berry chunks all over the blacktop behind Rogers Elementary, and needless to say, I did not finish the mile in under 5 minutes.
Nice.
Nice.
What's this one called?
Captain Bear.
Captain Barry. I will say, like, never happened these before. The consistency is not is interesting. Andrew's not like you can get another beer out of the fridge if you want something.
He got up and
Yeah.
left.
This is a little too mapley and caramely for Captain Crunch Berry cereal.
So we didn't do this for the other one. I showed it to Andrew, but our lactose sour base conditioned on strawberries, blueberries, cake batter, a pinch of cinnamon, and a drizzle of maple syrup. We then blended with our house pastry cream to emulate your favorite cereal milk.
Ah.
No, it's supposed to be the cereal milk, but
Cake batter.
I mean,
So I do get the
I'm not going to bother rating the rest of these because
Yeah.
it all gets. I'd give
They're
them
all the
negatives
same.
if I could.
I do taste the maple that you're talking about in this one.
Yeah,
Um,
that's actually pretty strong.
yeah.
But once you like the aftertaste, it does taste like a Captain Crunch. To me. I like
Yeah,
this
like-
one. I like this one better than the last one.
This one's better than the last one. Has a little more appealing color too.
The last one wasn't
Well,
bad,
like-
and I don't like tricks at all.
If you notice, like, look at this is a front pour from the can, and then that's
Yeah.
from the third pour of the can. So these are definitely need to be like
Yeah, we have to roll them.
mix
Yeah,
them
they gotta
up.
be
Yeah,
rolled.
roll
Rookie
those.
mistake. Rookie mistake there. So far,
The last one that I don't think was
That's a little
sayable, that
better
one
from
was
a
just-
varsity Letterman, Andrew.
yeah. So far, how many episodes have you guys produced, and who has been some of your favorite guests?
Ooh.
Shit.
I don't know how many we've done together. We have 62 altogether on my feed. Oh, we kind of took over my feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think we have 62 altogether. We probably have done 20 or so together, I would
At
say.
least. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
somewhere in that range.
6
24?
months. Yeah, 24, I'd say. Sometimes some weeks we're doing two a week. Like this next week, do we have 2 next week? Or is it
Pretty
the week
sure.
after that?
No, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have 2.
we've had some awesome guests.
I'm trying to think of some of the good ones.
Meg from North Country Brewing is awesome. She's
Yeah,
always
that was a good one.
I've interviewed her a couple times. She's always a really good guest.
I have to look back to our feed and see,
I know.
see who all our previous
was-
guests were.
I was a big fan of the Voodoo Brewing one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, Andrew from
Um,
Voodoo.
Yeah, Hello Brewful was a good one. Or Brewful. I can't say that.
Yep. Yeah, she's awesome.
The one you guys did with East Brothers was amazing. And then I was a really big fan of Ben on from Abomination.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one went a really long time too. We did the podcast and then we went on Facebook Live, and yeah, we got some really good engagement out of that.
We were
Abomination
hammered.
is- yeah. And we usually make an announcement at that point in the podcast when we start.
That's going to be the start of your podcast. Is going
Yes.
to be we're going to be
Welcome to the
starting at the
drunken part
drunk.
of the podcast.
Yeah. And I was also a really big fan of the first one I listened to from you guys. I haven't gone back and listened past this. I'm going to is the CB Deer CB
Yeah, CBRD.
Sea Beer D. Yeah. I got a
Yeah,
chance to
God.
try their product through. I subscribe to the First Sip Brew Box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys aware of them?
Dennis. Yeah, we know Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis.
Yeah, we know
Dennis-
Dennis real well.
Dennis is. I think when I interviewed Dennis a long time ago, he might have told me about you guys, but at the time I was like rushed because I was doing at the time like I think 7 podcasts, so I
Yeah.
just never got around to it. But he was like, "Yo, you guys would be amazing together." So he was kind of planting that seed a long time ago.
Nice. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah. He's such a good dude, man. If you're a beer fan, and you could be anywhere, it's not just a Pennsylvania thing. Just go to firstsipbrewbox.com and subscribe to that box. I do the connoisseur one. I think it's like a $60 box, but you get glassware in it, t-shirts, you get
Nice.
beer related products. So you get like
Yeah.
soap or beard oil, or you get the CBD beard,
Coffee, yeah.
coffee. Pretzels are always in. It's a really
Yeah.
cool box. We do a lot of unboxings here, and it's the only box I've ever received where they write your name and say thank you, Anthony, for being a subscriber.
wow, that's
it's,
awesome.
it's very personalized.
Yeah,
like
they pack them all by hand. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
The
very
only
good
thing
company.
about Dennis, and I love Dennis,
Uh-oh.
but we
Oh, you
used to
shooting on
be.
him?
No, he and I used to pound the pastry stouts together. We'd pound those like heavy lactose IPAs and all that good stuff. And then he went and he got all in shape, and now he's all
Yeah,
fit.
now he's all
and-
ripped up.
Yeah, he's all ripped, and like he found the gym, and I'm all fat still. Like, hey, let's pound some pastry, boys, man.
Yeah,
And
he
he
left
looks
you
like
hanging.
he told me he ate the old Dennis. I was like, yeah,
He,
he did,
he
dude.
used quarantine to his benefit, man.
He really did, man.
Yeah, I hope to possibly get there one day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, there's two types of people, like my buddy. My buddy got rid of his kegerator. He's like, I'm making good decisions during quarantine.
That's
Dude,
fast.
that's one thing I'm glad I've never purchased because I would drink way more than I currently do.
Yeah.
Like if it was just
Yeah.
on tap every day, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab another beer.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna grab another beer.
That
Hey,
was
it's
me with
noon. Let's go downstairs and grab.
Yeah,
another
right.
beer.
That was me during the Nugget Nectar phase. So I've been obsessed with Trogs Nugget Nectar this
I've
time
drank
around.
about 2 cases already this year.
Yeah.
I had, I think, 4 packs.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
I had-
I split a case with him, so I had a case of the small cans, or the normal cans. I call them the small cans.
Yeah.
I drank so. We did a podcast, The Truth Behind Illusion, and I got ripped. And by the end of it, I was like, "I'm so sorry." Like I was the host, and I was hammered.
Oops.
Did you get any of the double?
Yes.
There is.
Double
It's in our
dub?
fridge. It just got here today. We have it in the fridge.
I wasn't able to get it. I wasn't
Yeah, I
able
wasn't
to
able
get
to get
any
it
double
either.
blizzard either this year. It went quick.
They still have it at the brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was down there yesterday. They still have a bunch of cases of Double Blizzard.
that's
but
gonna
I
be
live
one of
in
our.
Pittsburgh.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can figure something out next time.
Yeah,
If
we'll
it's still
hook
there
you up
next
with
time
something.
down.
I gotta step
Nice.
away from the mic for a minute.
Go ahead.
Too.
We're actually gonna do an episode where we're gonna do Nugget Nectar, double Nugget Nectar, and then we have a Blizzard and a double Blizzard. We're gonna do.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in the show. But yeah, the double Nugget Nectar is gonna be coming back. He did say they want to make more.
Oh,
of
they're
it
gonna
and
make it. They're gonna do it
Yeah.
like this. Well, it was like Double Blizzard last year. Like Double Blizzard was like the first like test, but it didn't have near the hype of the Nugget Nectar, and the Nugget
Yeah.
Nectar just got destroyed.
Legend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried it and they realized they messed up when it came to
Yeah.
it. They definitely owned up to it right away.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
yeah, we messed up. Trogs is one of those breweries that we've learned from doing the show that they just support everyone around them. Like if
Yeah.
you're a brewery and
Yeah.
you're just starting off, you're like, hey, we need help. Like they don't even ask for help. Like they'll go to like I guess they have like these beer meetings or whatever, and people go there and Trogs be like, hey, you guys are the new guys in town, and they'll be like, yeah, and they're like, anytime you need to use our lab, come use our lab. Here's a
Yeah.
pallet of
That's
like they'll
awesome.
just send them a pallet of hops or a pallet of grain or like they help everyone. They're such a good company.
They do cool stuff too with the homebrew stuff. Like they'll like give the ward out from one of their beers, and they'll do like a homebrew contest where people can do variants and stuff, which is really cool. That's
Oh,
how
that's
the
pretty dope.
Coconator.
That's pretty
Yeah, it's how-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have right now they have on tap down there. It's called the Coconator. It's
Yeah.
their Troganator with like coconut and stuff. That was a homebrew contest winner.
No
Nice.
way. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
we follow them on Instagram, and it's got to be one of the best breweries in PA, if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah, it's up there.
Everything they put up,
They're so
everything they put
OG.
up is amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like East End. Same thing in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Like they're the same way.
yeah. For us, I think in the craft beer world, they don't get a lot of love just because I don't think, and this is not a knock to them, but they don't really support the craft beer world enough. They kind of see themselves more as a domestic, and that's Yingling. Like
Yeah.
you don't see them collabing. You don't see them like
Mm.
we got the Hershey chocolate, and that was like the first collab we've ever seen them ever do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And but they are branching out. Like they've been doing barrel aged stuff, but like they don't can it.
it's
It's just
very
like
rare.
yeah.
Like they did a
Mhm.
barrel aged porter a few years. Like their porters,
they've done 2 barrel ages.
Yeah,
now.
and
Yeah.
they're so limited.
Yeah, and they're like exclusively for our area. Like we have a
Right.
beer.
Wow.
Have you ever had Chesterfield, Lord Chesterfield
Yeah.
Ale?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said for some reason, I guess that's only distributed so far. Like, so if you're
Yeah.
someone from somewhere else, you don't like. Not many people have
Yeah,
experienced. Lord
very
Chesterfield.
rarely have I seen it out of School County.
Yeah,
It
happens, but
it
not
comes in
often.
the sampler pack from
Yeah, that's how we
the
get
it,
sampler
sampler.
pack. Yeah,
that's my
Out
my
here.
personal favorite.
Yeah, Jenny's my
uh,
favorite too.
yeah.
The Standard Tap bar and restaurant in Philadelphia, that is their standard tap.
Chesterfield.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And the tap is an old refrigerator. They converted into a tap.
Nice. So it's like a garage kicker.
Nice.
It's part of the back bar, and it's an old refrigerator.
Old
And
Frigidaire.
I
Nice.
walked in. I said, because it was on Diner. They did an episode of Diners, Drive-ins, and
Guy.
Dives there.
yeah.
And I went down there for years ago
this
to run a 10-mile race down Broad Street, Broad Street 10 miler. The night before, I stopped in the Standard Tap for something to eat, and I said, I got to have your Standard Tap. And I said, what is it? And they said, Chesterfield Ale. I said, you got to be shitting me.
And the fact it's sticking out of, you know how many houses you go to in School County, and someone
That's the setup.
yeah, that's their setup.
the
It's
setup.
an old Frigidaire with the door drilled a hole in it.
Yep.
And that's
Right.
tap runs through.
Same thing in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, so the two big dogs in our area is definitely Yingling and Trogs.
Yeah.
Are definitely our two big dogs. And then I would say beyond that, I mean, Tatterflag is huge.
I say the
Love
number
those guys.
Victory.
Yeah, Victory.
Victory is another
Sure.
big one. That
Yeah.
down Downington.
Yeah.
Downington,
Down in
yep.
town.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
They just sold, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they get bought out or sold?
Yeah,
to
they're
another
owned by
larger-
private equity. I know that.
Yeah. I thought they got sold or they sold out to a bigger
Yeah,
equity.
I think they own like 6 other breweries too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember the details of it.
Yeah,
Well,
we have some heavy hitters in this area. Like I said
Well,
before, we said yeah.
Pennsylvania in general. I mean, we're pretty spoiled here in Pennsylvania on either side of the state.
We're pretty
yeah.
spoiled here in
So
Pittsburgh.
many amazing, even in the
Yeah.
middle of the state too. You know, it have so many great craft breweries. It's
I definitely want to experience more from the Pittsburgh area. I don't think I've tried as many as I would like to have tried from the Pittsburgh area, and I definitely want to change that. I did put a post in your group page about what Pittsburgh breweries ship. So there's a few of them I have on my list that I want to definitely experience more of, because, like I said, we have a lot of here that we still haven't even tapped into.
Now, we can talk off the air, but you might have an opportunity this summer if you want.
This summer,
Mhm.
yeah,
I think the only thing I've had so far is Dancing Gnome.
yeah.
Mm.
Hitchhiker.
Well,
you got to get Hitchhiker, Grist
yep.
House, all of those guys.
Yeah, I've heard
Strange
such great
Roots.
things about
Yeah,
Grist House.
yeah,
Like
me too.
every now and then I come out to Pittsburgh for work, but I usually don't have the time to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One night I was able to get out to Dancing Gnome though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have literally within 3 minutes of each other. You have Dancing Gnome, Hitchhiker, Grist
Strange
House, and
Roots.
Strange Roots, all
Yeah.
right there. It's perfect.
Who's the brewery that's on the corner of Tony Dorsett Street, down from the
Huh?
stadium?
Southern Tier.
Southern Tier.
The Southern
There's a
Tier?
Southern Tier down
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
They just had a raccoon in there. I don't know if you follow their social media.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, they had a raccoon like in the ceiling or something at the brewery.
that's
They were just
awesome.
posting that it was safely. It
Yeah.
was like a whole thing for a couple of days.
We we went to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh like maybe 4 years ago now, and we went to go see Steel Panther at Stage AE, and
Nice.
we ate at Jerome Bettis's restaurant
Mhm.
across the street,
I've eaten them before.
Yeah.
and then we actually walked back to our hotel, which was in a sketchy area. We walked like I guess like 4 blocks down, then like went under a bridge, and then there was a
Yeah.
gas station, and like
on the north side. Yeah.
we
That
were on the
sounds
north
like every
side.
bridge in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but where we stayed was an old monk monastery,
Mm-hmm.
and then
yeah.
they converted it into a
Um,
hotel.
What's
Yeah.
that called?
The
Priory.
Priory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
Priory.
Friary, yes. But we walked from the Friary. We walked around that neighborhood, which maybe
Yeah.
not the smartest idea. But we went to this jazz bar, and the top floor was like burlesque shows. The middle floor was a bar, and then the bottom was like a jazz, like they did jazz music.
Nice.
I had the best time ever. Like it was just like
was that the Park House?
I believe so. Yeah.
On the corner of East Ohio Street and Cedar Avenue. Yeah, I
It
think I know.
definitely was. Yeah, it definitely was on the corner. It's like a big red brick building, and it's 3
pretty
floors
sure
of
that's
different.
gone now.
Yeah, really.
Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure.
That was such a cool place. But the walk there and the walk back was we had a very brisk walk. It could have been a little rough for us.
Well, that whole neighborhood's about to get an upgrade because now we have Allegheny City right
Allegheny
there.
City's in there. Yeah,
You
another
got
brewery.
412 down the street, and then coming in next door to 412 is going to be the new 4 Points location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that
That's
whole
what I'm-
location's that
I'm
whole
on
area is going to
number
be great.
2, by the way. Yeah, 4 Points, 4th Street Plus.
That's a
Love
cool
everything
can.
you're doing.
Very simple can art there. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff like this.
Hmm.
Big shout to Adam and all the guys over at 4
Yep.
Points.
Yep, just
So
saw Dave the other day.
Who are some stuff you have coming down the pike for guest wise?
We got a
Crap,
pretty big
man.
month. We're doing Trillium this month.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
The brewery out of California.
Yep, I think they're coming on this week, right? Is it this
yeah,
week
on
or next
Tuesday. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Tuesday.
This Tuesday. Who else do we have?
have
Necromancer,
Yep.
which is a craft brewery that's opening up in the North Hills in the Pittsburgh North area.
Jeez, who? Butler Brew Works. We have
Butler
them.
Brew Works, yeah, and their owner,
One more.
head brewer is he's opening a new one called Bonafide Beer Company. Is that what it's called? It's called Bonafide something.
Bonafide Beer Company. Yeah, in Pittsburgh,
yeah.
you're not cool unless you have two breweries. Like everywhere else, you have one. But in Pittsburgh, you have two. So there's
Yes.
a bunch of them like that now. Malcolm from Hop Farm also owns 412.
Yeah, I see.
So-
I was just about to listen to that one, the Hop Farm episode.
That's the
That
one we
was a
did
good
on
one.
site. Yeah, that's the one we did on site.
Yeah, we did Mellow Mink on site. We did Harris Family, but Harris Family was literally in their very early stages, and we got to hang out with those guys, and it was a blast. Like literally, like construction was still being going down in the building, and we were in there talking to them. Yeah, and then we had we had some video, like audio ones where we didn't get to like meet because at the time I didn't have this whole setup, but I got to talk to the guys from Brewed in Pennsylvania, our breweries of Pennsylvania. Breweries, brewery, another, I forget, there's two different ones. They're like the
There's
same.
Brewers of PA.
That's it,
Brewers
yeah,
of PA and breweries in
breweries in PA. Yeah,
Yeah, we had both of those guys. We had a lot of cool stuff, man. Like I said, the beer world in our area. I think the last time I checked, we had like over 500 breweries in Pennsylvania.
Oh, there's a
Wow.
ton.
Yeah,
I think
We did the on-site at Brew Daddy.
It's
We did the Brew Daddy one.
the Brew Daddy. Yep.
Yeah.
closer to 6 now, isn't it, Ryan?
It might be.
What's the tally now? We talked about this a week or two ago, and it's I saw an article. I think it might have been breweries in PA. They always
PA Brew Review. So here's a website you can check out.
Oh
too. We
yeah,
had that on
Russ. Yep.
Yeah, PA Brew Review. If you actually go to their brewery map and then you zoom out, it'll tell you exactly how many are in the area.
Should be 384 total, I think, in the state. I think I did some research on that.
593 he has logged.
Okay, so maybe that was like on one side of the state.
Wow. Yeah.
that was just a region. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Again, we're spoiled, man. We
Philadelphia. The Philadelphia area alone has 157.
Jeez.
Wow.
We have like 68 in Pittsburgh, I think. Something like that.
The Harrisburg
County,
area is around between Harrisburg and Lancaster. There's 77 and 69. Just looking at the map here. The Wilkes-Barre area between Austin and Wilkes-Barre is like 23. Scranton has 11.
You got
Pittsburgh has
230 in
90.
Phoenixville.
Yeah. Yeah. The Pittsburgh area has it's showing like 90 in that area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County has, which is out, that includes outside the Pittsburgh area. It's
It's high. And there's like 6 more coming in or something like that.
Mhm.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What style of beer is your favorite?
Go ahead, Rye.
Man, I'm all over the board, but I'll tell you what, I like to start with a DIPA. Like that's where I like to start my sessions at. And then from there, it's just kind of go wherever. Maybe move into something like a nice liquid lollipop, which I'm getting ready to crack open right now. Nice little sour there, or move into something like a stout, something big, or maybe move back to the DIPAs. But I always like to start kind of there and just ease in. If I had to say a style I favor, I would definitely say the hazy IPAs, DIPAs, all that good stuff.
Yeah. I'd have to agree.
I would say that is where I was when we started the show. Hazy IPAs all day long, and then I think we had 348 new trails, which is there's nothing wrong with having a new trail. They make amazing beer, but I think we had them so much, and then when I got back into like lager and pilsners, I was like, yeah, this is my home. I love a lager.
We've been on a good lager pilsner kick lately.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love
Something
it.
nice and crisp.
Yeah.
The crispy
But
bits.
still, don't get me wrong. I still love the DIPAs. And
Shocker. The guys from the Yingling area like drinking lager and pilsners.
Well, yeah, that's where I started out. I started out drinking pilsners and lagers, and then, in the coming of age, the craft beer coming of age, I got into all of these IPAs, and that's where I spend the most of my money right now. Anyhow, is on.
I used to be scared of IPAs. I'd see IPA on the menu and I'd be like, no.
That's me.
He
That's
hates
me.
he. It took him a while to get into
Took me a
IPAs.
while to get used to it. I think it was the West Coast IPAs, the dank, piney.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I just
love those.
they are not for me. But I have found when you get into doubles and triples,
So sorry.
I do like those, and I will kind of go outside the box a little bit every once in a while and buy an IPA.
Hmm.
But the darker the better for me.
Wait, I agree with you on the West Coast IPA. If it's done correctly, I can get into the West Coast IPA. I mean, you drink a ton of them,
Yeah.
But
Yep.
the craft West Coast IPA, another 4 points. They did a triple West Coast IPA, and
It could be
was
the
one of
best West Coast ever.
It's probably the best West Coast
amazing.
I've ever had. But
I like those beers when you crack it and you smell it and it smells like cat pee. Like, oh, this is gonna be a good beer. You know that's all beer drinkers know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You
I
get
know
that,
exactly what you're
you
talking
get,
about.
you get that cat pee smell. You're like, this is gonna be a bomb beer. I love this.
That's what this Pils Mafia was.
Damn.
I smell cat piss. I'm reaching for a stout.
So the Apple Jacks one tastes like I'm just drinking the fucking like liquid out of a like overly sweetened apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I so far the Apple Jack's my favorite.
That one I was the most drinkable so far of the
It was
three.
it was Applejack cereal milk tart.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
tart Applejack cereal.
I
Those
can
were
definitely.
super
popular.
the Fruit Loops.
But you can
I absolutely hate these beers. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're fucking terrible.
you get that cereal aftertaste with these. I will
Exactly.
say that.
That's what it killed. Because like now, the last one, and to a degree with this one too, I was like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. And then that pastry cream kicks in on the finish, and you're like,
Yeah. It's definitely. I see what they're doing with their gimmick here.
Yeah,
and
I get
I'm
the
into
gimmick.
I'm into it.
I mean, they're hitting what they want to do, but I just think these are fucking gross.
You gotta
I
sit-
can't
you
do
gotta
it.
sit with it a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying. I'm like, maybe now. No.
Yeah.
Have you guys had any of the Warhead series? You remember?
Yeah,
the
they were
Warhead series?
underwhelming.
They were
Yeah.
awful.
I actually, the lemon one I thought was decent.
Oh, not me.
Like that was almost like a shandy.
That was probably
The green apple one was god awful though.
Yeah, I thought about buying them, and I said, no, you're not getting my money.
Actually, you know what my biggest gripe about them was they tasted more like a Warhead after the sour was gone.
Yes.
Like they weren't near. I'm waiting to like pucker up on these, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh no.
I don't want to say awful, but two of them were like, but also they're the two flavors of the Warheads that I'm not a fan of either. Like the green apple. Green apple.
Yeah, I thought
was,
the green
yeah.
apple one was terrible.
Yeah, green
The
apple.
other ones are okay.
Yeah, the blue raspberry was fun. They were fine, but once again, they went for their gimmick, and it is what it is. I wouldn't. I don't think I ever had something from them that was an actual beer. I've only had their gimmick series.
What's that?
The
Artisanal.
artisanal, yeah, the artisanal.
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 Like these are just the most unappetizing looking beers too. Like as soon as I poured that first one, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Was that the ones? Was that
the
the
one
ones?
looked
that we-
like snot, like liquid.
That's
Yeah.
what they all look like. It's just it's gross.
Yeah, they're
Like, it
very
looks like-
creamy.
Like if you like really watery oatmeal, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're thick when they go down.
Without the
It's-
lumps.
Yeah, but it's almost like you ate a box of cereal and that's the milk afterward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what they're going for, but like I can't do it.
Yeah.
The two.
What ones were the ones were like the milkshakes that we had? We didn't. You know,
Well, these are
they were
like
the
Beyond milkshake.
Like the smoothie ones.
smoothie one.
They're
So
different.
The
They're-
smoothie. There's two big smoothie companies that we had. We've had Imprint.
Mhm.
Imprint's big into the smoothie series, the smoothies,
Yeah.
and then
Smoothies.
now Fourscore is really stepping into that world with the Jambas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had the imprint earlier on in.
Yeah,
the
we've
show.
had Imprint a bunch on the
Yeah.
show, and then we've been doing Fourscore a lot. Fourscore's a
it's
good time.
one of the beers that I have not yet been able to try because they don't ship yet.
Yeah,
I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that Fourscore will
Well-
start shipping.
We my wife and I go down there often, so
Yeah.
maybe I can see if I can hook you guys up with something next time I go down.
We'll do a
Nice.
little
You're a
care
gentleman.
package share.
You're a proper gentleman.
Yeah.
We can help
Gentleman
you
and
get the
scholar.
Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, we'll do a swap. We'll send
Do a
some
swap, yeah.
There you
some
go.
grist house out your way. Send some Fourscore back this.
Yeah,
way.
we'll
So it
probably
works,
make it
man.
down there probably in another month or two, maybe.
Yeah, once the world goes back to normal and the summertime eases up, we definitely plan on making a trip out to the Pittsburgh area.
Same, yeah.
Maybe spend the weekend out there, and we can link up and do this in person.
Oh, we'll get you guys hammered. We'll take you around, show you the way of the land.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see the coal region, the coal boys of the Pennsylvania side meet up with the steel boys and and drink some beers.
It's Super Bowl
I'm-
Sunday. What are you guys doing for the big game tonight?
Well, behind the scenes, we're going to record with you guys after this, so we're going to do a back-to-back episode. But after that, I'm just going to watch the game. I'm at the point where I don't really care who wins or loses.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
cool with
me
either
too.
team winning. I'm a fan. I mean,
I think I'm not going to bother watching this year.
yeah.
I usually, nah, I don't care. I don't think I watched an ounce of football this year.
I'll
so.
watch it at home. It doesn't matter who wins for me.
Yeah.
I would just like to hit on one of the Super Bowl blocks I purchased. That would make my weekend.
It's crazy to me to see Tom Brady possibly win another Super Bowl,
Yeah.
which is out of
He's gonna
control.
do it.
10
Yeah.
times, man.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
It's insane.
He'll definitely do it.
So where do your alliances lie? I mean, you guys are sort of in the middle. Well, I know you're more towards Philly, I guess, right?
Go
Yeah.
Birds.
Yeah.
He's a Birds
I
fan.
watched about probably 15 minutes of an Eagles game this year, and I'm like, well, they're just doing Eagles things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it.
Yep.
How do you,
You
feel
didn't
about
even get
Carson
to watch
Wentz?
the good.
Get fucking rid of them.
You didn't even get to watch 15 minutes of good Eagles football. You
No.
just watched
Yeah.
Eagles football.
No, I'm still riding 2018.
Yeah.
Most Eagle fans are. Bob,
I used to be super hardcore about it. Now I just don't really care.
yeah. Bob,
Yeah.
who's your team?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
And then you're looking, and then this side of the table, we're both Washington fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
too
you
am
guys
also
are in-
pissed the Bills didn't make it though. I wanted a Bills Mafia Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
Me too, man.
So did I.
I wanted to see people jumping through tables.
Yeah, I wanted
Oh
to
my
see
God.
him shine. I wanted to
Yeah.
see him shine for sure.
Yeah.
The pro wrestling fan of me was rooting for the Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
The
brother-in-law
plastic
lives
table.
there. He loves them. I'm like, dude.
Plastic Table Company shut down their third shift when they lost.
we became Washington fan. Well, little Washington history here. So Pottsville used to have an NFL team, the Pottsville Maroons.
Okay.
Wow.
Back in the late 20s.
Yeah, they won like the first like national football championship.
They won
Yeah.
an NFL championship before they were Super Bowls, and they beat at the time the Baltimore Cardinals, right?
Gotcha.
Or no, they weren't Arizona yet. Who were they? The
No,
Cardinals.
no, they didn't play the Cardinals. I forget who they beat.
It was definitely the Cardinals, but they weren't
No,
from
the
Arizona.
Cardinals. Yeah, it
But it
was.
was
Yeah, the
Frankfurt,
Cardinals.
wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember where they were. The Cardinals were located.
Yeah, they weren't
They
Arizona
beat
at the
them
time.
for the
Yeah,
championship.
I'm pretty sure it was Frankfurt, but
Might have been.
Yeah. So but earlier in the year they played a non-exhibition game against Notre Dame during the Four Horsemen era,
Okay.
which was weird because like a pro team played a college team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and because that game happened, they stripped them of their
Well,
championship.
No, they played that game in
Chicago
Philadelphia.
Cardinals.
What?
They played the game against the Notre Dame and the Four Horsemen in Philadelphia. And
Yeah,
the
they-
Philadelphia Yellow Jackets filed a grievance with the NFL on
they
they
violated their
infringed on their
territory.
territory.
Yeah.
And the NFL upheld it and stripped them of the title and gave the title to the Cardinals.
Yes.
Wow.
So which pretty much sank the team. So the Pottsville lost their team, and then the some of the key players. Some people say the team did, but the team didn't. Some of the key players left Pottsville and then went to Boston and became the Boston Reds, and then moved from Boston to Washington and became the Washington football team. We'll say because we got
Yeah.
to keep it.
Yeah, it was like
PC.
1936 or something like that.
Yeah.
They moved from Boston to Washington,
But Washington used to have their training camps in Carlisle
Westchester.
or Westchester. I thought it was Carlisle.
No, Westchester.
Well, okay, yeah, but they used to have training camp in Pennsylvania, and a lot of Washington's minor league teams, like the Hershey Bears, like the Harrisburg teams, all go to Washington. So I'm a big fan of all the Washington teams. I mean, I can deal with the Steelers. They're the Pittsburgh area teams I can deal with. Maybe not the Penguins. Sorry, but the Philly teams I have a hard time with. I have a hard time with those Philly teams. That's the Philly fan is just a tough fan to get behind.
Oh, it's extremely
like you
tough.
are one.
Extremely tough.
They are.
Oh, come on.
That's why I got to be one of them.
Pukey man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
batteries
Pirates are
and
like the Pirates are like the little brother that gets beat up all the time. So you just gotta
Yeah,
you just have a soft spot in your heart for them. Everybody
Yeah,
has to love them.
You have to wonder what's management's problem there. I mean, they don't spend any money, do they?
They don't spend
I'm not
any money.
I'm
But
not a
we're-
big baseball fan, but I do remember people saying the Pirates don't spend any money
never.
for whatever reason.
They don't have any haters either. Like nobody hates the Pirates. Like there's no
Yeah.
rivalry.
Yeah,
like,
they
nothing.
still sell tickets even though the team is shit.
Right, because
Yeah.
they give T-shirts away and everything else to get people in the
Well,
stand.
you know,
So
It's
I-
a
20
great
bucks for a
stadium.
ticket, you get a shirt.
I saw a game there.
Right,
The stadium is wonderful.
They're still riding that train. They built a new stadium for the city, and
20
they're
years ago.
Well, yeah, okay, so it is still an enjoyable day, no matter
Yeah.
how crappy the team is.
Team's awful.
Yeah,
So here's I guess your version of rapid fire. I have one for you here.
Nice.
Non-sports related. Who's your favorite Pittsburgh people?
non-sports related
related.
favorite Pittsburghers.
Yeah,
Dead or alive?
both.
Mac Miller.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that's a good one. Yeah, Wiz
That is a
Khalifa.
good one.
Mac Miller.
If you don't say one name, I'll be really upset.
Sophie Maslow.
No.
Jeff Goldblum.
How's Mr. Rogers not said?
Oh, Mr.
Yeah, I was gonna
Rogers,
say
yeah.
him.
Beth O.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Stern.
This is Stern.
This one. What is this one? This is fantastic.
This is the
This is a Lucky Charm.
This is my
Charm.
favorite one.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Nope.
Really,
Fucking
Nope.
roast.
I like this one a lot. I like this
I
series.
know. I will give them. It does taste like I melted a bunch of Lucky Charms marshmallows. So
Yes.
it does taste like that.
That's the beer of the night.
Yeah,
But as just a drink, I can't just.
Is it
I like this.
chalky?
Yeah.
It's not
No,
chalky,
it's not
but
chalky. It's just
I don't know.
I got some chunkies in mine.
This is one of those ones I'm like, can you still call it beer?
Yeah,
With all
this-
the shit in
This
it.
is definitely you're not drinking beer at this point. You're drinking like a smoothie milkshake.
yeah.
Yeah, are you guys still
You know,
doing that?
oddly enough,
Okay.
these might be decent frozen.
Yeah. Are you guys still doing the Mac
Frozen.
Miller glass that you were
Yeah.
talking about?
Ice,
like a
cold.
slushy.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a dream, I guess.
Yeah.
I would never put that glass out unless
We'd
I had
have
his
to get
family on
approval
board.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So if anybody knows his family, can put me in touch. I would love to do it, but that's just one of those things. It just you can't step on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is the process of getting a glass or something like that done?
You mean like a tribute or something to somebody, or
In general, just that's probably the only like we haven't even looked at that as a possibility yet. But people are like, oh, if you
Do
ever get one,
glasses?
like a glass, like your own glassware.
Do a logo and call the company and say you want it on the glass.
Yeah.
It's like doing a beer mug for the
Yeah.
convention.
there's only one company in America, so you can't go wrong. I mean, Grandstand makes everybody's glasses. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But no, we've done some great glasses. The one I'm probably most proud of is the Billy Mays glass.
Yeah.
And we did that. We did that with his son, which I thought was really
Oh, wow.
That's
cool.
awesome.
Cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, so Billy Mays the third, he helped us design that, and then Hop Culture was also involved in that one. So that one came out really, really awesome. Our artist did a like bang up job drawing his dad, and we've been selling glasses to Billy Mays family. Like it's crazy. People keep ordering them. I see the last name Mays, and I'm like, holy crap! Billy Mays' family is like ordering stuff for me. Like this is amazing.
So much fun.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. That should be the next glass. But wait, there's more.
That was supposed to be. That was the original design we had, and then
Yeah.
Kenny from Hop Culture, who's like an extreme creative type person,
Yeah.
and he was like, "That's awesome, but it doesn't connect him to craft beer." He's like, "We need to do something about cleaning your glass." So then we went with "Clean Your Glass," like Billy's watching, and
Yeah.
did that whole
Yeah.
whole deal, and it worked perfect. So
It's so much fun.
shout out to Kenny.
Yeah, I definitely. I was looking at the website. I definitely. I'm ordering a T-shirt soon. A shirt and a glass off you guys.
Nice man.
Get some stuff out of your basement there for you.
Yeah, please.
All inventory stocked on site.
Yes, it's all on site right now.
He's
We almost
asked-
lost it.
He's asked me in private to store some inventory.
We do the Teespring or the
Yeah,
they
we do the
drop
same thing.
spring and just spring. So I don't have anything in my house. It's like just deal with them, order
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I hope the quality is good. If it sucks, take it up with them. I don't know anything about it.
We actually
just
just had a leak in the basement yesterday.
Oh Jesus!
That's what I spent all day yesterday cleaning up, and like we almost lost a whole bunch of inventory. If I wouldn't have caught it,
man.
we did. Yeah, we would have lost like a ton of stuff.
We're
Damn
from the skook. A little water on a shirt.
Yeah,
doesn't hurt nobody.
Yeah, we'll just discount them. It's like the Gabes. You remember how Gabe used to put all the.
We swim in shit creeks here. We don't give a shit.
It's like now it's vintage now. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the look.
Yeah, you got
They're
to
one
change
of
the marketing.
It's worn.
they're one of a kind.
Yeah.
They're one of a kind.
Destroyed look.
Yeah, this is the 2020 snowstorm, our 2021 snowstorm shirts. All right, let's get our quick to get this out of the way, and we'll do some rapid questions here, and then we'll wrap this up so we can get people out of here so they can watch the Super Bowl and we can record part 2. Beer of the night, Bob. I'm agree with you, Bob. I'm going the Leprechaun Bait as my beer of the night. So that's 2 spots.
That's 2 spots. It's gonna get beer of the night. Although I did like the
You're gonna boycott this section.
Yeah,
I did like the Captain
The
Crunch.
only beer that I could drink is this Crunch one. So that's my vote for everything.
I did like the Captain Crunch one, but the Lucky Charms.
All right.
Even though I'm a Captain Crunch fan,
Well, I'll make it
Lucky
easy
Charms
for you.
is just-
That was my number 2. So you want to go number 2 with that?
yeah, that'll be my number 2.
Bob? The Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, the Maple Leaf.
I know I gave one of these a 4. Hang on.
Yeah. for me, it goes the Lucky Charms, Captain Crunch, and Apple Jacks are my 3.
Captain Barry.
Captain Barry.
So that's number 2 of the night. Number 3, I'll go Apple Jacks. Even though I'm not a fan of Fruit Loops Arc Tricks or whatever they are, but they were both good beers. I like
Yeah.
them.
I'm just surprised. Like, it's rare for me to have beers that like I won't just drink to drink, even if I don't like them. But I absolutely hate these.
Yeah, the consistency is really rough. Like
I
if you're
can't
not
do
used
it.
to the consistency, they are really milky and
Third place for me, it doesn't matter. Any one of those 3 is fine. Wouldn't accept a crunch.
yeah.
The touch of crunch.
I wish it would.
But any one
Yeah.
of that series.
What's your pick, Bob?
I'd probably go with Snoop.
All right, well,
We'll go
so
with, go with Snoop.
we'll go
Snoop a
Snoop.
loop.
We'll go
Yeah,
Snoop
we'll go
Luke as number
Snoop a
3rd.
Bring your friend
So
with the green hat.
There's our beers of the night. We're not gonna do Can of the night because they're all the same exact thing.
We're
going
Same
streaking.
puppy dog.
Yeah.
Is KFC still open?
Yeah. I think we'll go out of order for can art.
Awesome. So guys, where can people find you? How can people go follow you?
Sure. Yeah. So everything is on fueledbyhops.com. If you want to check that out, we have an amazing blog, tons of great content. We have about 5 writers who just pushing stuff out constantly. But if you want to follow us on the social media on Instagram, we are at fueledbyhops_. Unfortunately, somebody took at fueledbyhops. On Twitter,
Cage match.
how about it? No, he's actually a pretty cool guy.
They should be able to
if you wanna
challenge
get-
people for
Yeah.
for Twitter
names.
handles. But on the Twitter, we are at Fueled by Hops. On Facebook, facebook.com/Fueled by Hops. And if you want to join our group where all the action goes down, it is facebook.com/groups/Fueled by Hops. Or just go to fueledbyhops.com and hit the join our group button. A little bit easier there for you.
The community page is a lot of fun. I think all of us for the most part are all on it. You guys do a
Okay.
great job. Undertaker just we almost had a run in there on Scott's side. The lights went out.
My wife's in the other room to turning the lights off. Yeah.
Stings up in the rafters.
That's the hint to get off the mic and get some work done.
I heard her yell "sorry" from the other room.
Yeah, if we don't have a wrestling reference in the show, we didn't do our job. Yeah, the community page is great. Your podcast is fantastic. We will be recording. Won't be live, but we'll be recording immediately after this a collab on their side, so you can go listen to us on their platform. But definitely go listen to their podcast. It's a really good time. They have great beer interviews. I apologize. Ours was weird. Because we have like a format where we do beer reviews and stuff, and we were trying to do that with an interview. And we're like I said, we don't prep it, just drink beers and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So
we do.
yeah, so we want to thank Justin real quick also for the beers tonight. They were fun. Sorry, Andy. That you didn't.
That's all right. I mean, they're not all winners.
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Um,
Andy.
I did enjoy the cinnamon toast crunch one. Was all right.
Yeah.
These are just not for
Andy.
me. I mean, like,
Andy.
and like I said, I know it's rare for me to have a drain pour beer.
Yeah.
Like I had a while back, I got a double citrus from Funk's,
Mm.
that was like horribly old,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
like really badly malted. And I still
Yeah.
cranked them down. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm terrified to see what I'm going to put after this beer when I drink with those guys, because these milky beers are not going to mix well.
They go to your stomach.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a good time.
They're gonna go to
Yeah,
the fucking
get one of those like
toilet.
jalapeno stouts or something.
Yeah, we have a few in there I can bust out, but we'll wrap this one up. Once again, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for hanging
Thank
out.
you for having
this
us.
Thanks for
this
having us,
platform's
man.
always open. This will be the first of many collaborations and hangouts.
Oh,
we do.
absolutely, man.
And like I said, we'll do a beer trade, and then once the COVID goes up and it's away, it just disappears, goes away forever. It'd be a
Hey,
miracle.
when you guys come to Pittsburgh, we have to go to Abjuration
Yeah.
and do an on-site there where we take over the whole place, because we've done that a few times.
Mhm.
And we just show up and basically just start recording, and those guys are like, whatever. But we
So
take over the whole place, so got to do it.
We have this vision that we want to start where we have a guy who owns buses, like school buses,
Okay.
and we want to fill school buses once COVID's over, and like we're gonna sell tickets, but the money just goes to the guy who drives the bus. But he's a
Nice.
psycho; like he'll drive anywhere, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And literally, we can fill a school bus up with people and just show up at a brewery and just to take it over.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm
And then
in.
we can like help these breweries that are struggling after this COVID goes over, and we can just fill it up with people and go have a good time once this
All
all
about
goes
it, man.
away.
I like
Yeah,
it.
so we could do, because I know we have the Beer UR guys. Real quick too, the Beer UR guys are going through some stuff.
saw
They
that.
were in a pretty rough car accident. Amazing people. I don't know how much is out there, how much they want is out there, but it could have been a lot worse than what it was. Thankfully, them and their wives are okay. They were involved in a hit and run accident. The news is out there.
Jeez.
Both of their wives were carrying, but everything is good, I think, for the most
Christ.
part. But if you
Yeah.
guys can, head over to Beer UR on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever they are. They have a merch page too. Buy a T-shirt off them. Just show them that support. Just say on Instagram you're thinking about them. They do a great job. It's another beer podcast that we're really, really close to, and they're good
Yeah.
guys.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
them and their family, them and their wives are amazing people. We did a few collaborations with them, but I do like, we talked privately about like forming like this podcast beer coalition where we just kind of all like, and I think it's a
Take
great
over the
idea,
world.
and we're definitely about it. If Pennsylvania beer is some of the best beer in the world, let's have some of the best beer podcasts coming out of Pennsylvania as
Come
well.
on,
right.
man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I love the
PA beer
collaborations.
podcasts are screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Form our
We'll
own
be the-
guild.
Yes.
Yeah, the PWO or something, the podcast world order, and it was too sweet, something.
That would actually be pretty sweet. With a microphone hand like this. So you're like holding a microphone.
I love it. All right, well, we'll wrap this up here. Here's some Faith and Exile to get us out of here, and we'll see you guys next time.
Take
Thanks,
care, guys.
guys.
Confined is where I'm safe.